Okay, so today is Friday, October 4th. I just had this dream. I just woke up from this dream. It was a little bit before 11:30 when I had the dream. I was trying to sleep in because my back has been bothering me, but I decided to get up and to make a recording of this dream, especially concerning the end part of the dream, which was unusual to me. So I just wanted to record this dream. I may post it, I may not. But the first part of the dream was kind of just centering around me, and I don't know if it was important or if it was just to help me to understand why I wound up at the bank in the first place. But the first part of the dream is me and two other family members, a male family member and a female family member. And we're leaving someplace, and I don't know if it's someplace having to do with my health. Maybe I had the sniffles or something, but some kind of way we got to talking about elderberry syrup or something like that. And the family member was telling me that I needed to start taking it. And I was like, well, I have some. It's expired, but I have some. And they were like, well, you could just buy some. And I was like, well, I have some. It's expired. I'm not afraid to take it, but it's expensive. And so the female family member is saying like, well, if you need it, I'll get it for you. Whatever the cost is, I'll get it for you if you need it. And so we continue driving, and eventually we wound up, I wound up at the bank. The male family member who's driving has dropped me off at the bank, and they dropped me off there. It looks like I'm there to get a loan or something like that, or to get some financial help. And this male family member is supposedly trying to help me with that. And so whatever he gives me to give to the bank to help for me to get money is invalid, is not complete. And so she's telling me, well, he forgot to do this. We can't process this. You're going to have to get in contact with him and get him to complete this document. And she hands me back something, and it almost looks like a pre-made out check to make a payment for something. And it seems like they didn't do what they needed to do in order to let it go through or something. So I'm looking at it, and it has their name on it. It has the name of the institution. It's made out to someone, but it's not complete. And so I take it with me. I go to leave, and I leave out, and then I remember, okay, I forgot my keys in there. And so I go back, and there's a lady who's coming out, and I catch her. I was like, hey, I forgot my keys in there. And so she goes in, and I'm looking in through the door, and I'm pointing, and I'm telling her those are my keys sitting on the desk. And the lady who I was previously talking to, she wasn't at her desk. I don't know if she went to lunch or whatever. And so she gives me my keys. And I don't know if this means something, but it almost looks like the bank is in like the back of my house. Okay. It looks like it's located inside the back of my house. And so I go around towards what looks like the front, and I wind up in what looks like the lobby of the bank, because where I was kind of like a little lone place, like in the back of the bank or whatever. And so I wind up in the lobby of the bank, and I go to sit down. You know how they have this little general area where you go to sit, and then one of the people who is in the office, they'll come out and, talk to you or take you into the office to see what you want, as opposed to going up to the teller desk. So I go to sit in this little general sitting area, and when I go to sit down, I see our current president with another man who's sitting on his right. I'm guessing that's his bodyguard or security or whatever. But there's another man who's there with him, and I don't recognize his face. But in my dream, it's like he's someone of importance. He's like a head of state or something. But they're having this meeting in the lobby, or they're chit-chatting, talking in the lobby of this bank. And to me, it just looks like a regular bank. It doesn't look like a bank where high dignitaries or whatever would do their banking. It just looks like a regular, like, Regions Bank or, some bank like that. And so the president's security is like, well, you want us to get on to her? And he was like, he said something like, yeah, well, I would get on to her, but something. I can't hear what else he's saying. And I'm thinking to myself, what am I doing sitting here? Somebody could come in here and try something and miss them and then hit me. If you know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying not to be too, YouTube doesn't like certain things, so I'm not exactly sure what I can and can't say. And so I'm like, what am I doing sitting here? Let me get up and move somewhere else. And so I get up and I walk around and I go to another part of the bank to sit down. And I think to myself, let me just get out of here. So when I go around to go sit someplace else, the door is like in front of me, but kind of like to my left a little bit. So I just make a slight turn to the left to go out the door. And right as I'm going out, there's a man who comes in and he's wearing shades and he has on like a suit, just like a regular kind of like dress suit or whatever. And as I'm leaving out, he's making an announcement to the people in the bank that he's saying like, okay, you know, I'm getting ready to ruin your day, or your day is about to take a turn for the worse or something like that. And this is as I'm leaving, like I'm still in the doorway, like I just passed him, like he's right at my back. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, let me just act like I didn't hear what he said and just keep walking, you know. And so I get out of there, I get in my car, and I'm driving, I'm trying to get out of there as quick as possible. And something is telling me when I get to the edge, something is telling me don't go right, to go left. And so I wind up going right, and I'm traveling right, and I'm trying to figure out how to get back the other way, going back in the other direction, and how I can get back where I need to go if I go back in the other direction, how I can make a loop around and get to where I need to go. And so that's when I woke up. And to me, I just thought the dream was interesting. And like I said, I just woke up. That's why my voice is extremely raspy and worn. But I'm in a place right now where I haven't been able to watch the news or see the news for the past couple of days. And so even the last time when I did watch the news, it didn't have anything to do with the current sitting leadership. Okay. And so I just thought that was weird that that dream just popped up out of nowhere, especially the last part of the dream. So I just wanted to record that in case it was something that I felt led to upload. Again, I just woke up. That's why my voice is just so out of sorts and raspy. But that's going to be it for this video. You guys have a great day, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks.